Hey everyone, it's Jojo, otherwise known as Z, and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got, as you can see by the video title, a red inventory. Now, I actually have a bit of a red inventory, so a lot of the skins on this list I actually already own, but I'm going to be showing other alternatives to the ones that I'm featuring as well. So we're going to have some cheap skins and some not so cheap skins. Getting straight into it, I have my knife, which is going to be any Slaughter, Crimson Web, Autotronic, or Ruby. They're your sort of go-to options for your knives. Now, they can be anything. Now, mine specifically is a classic knife. This is around $350, but you do not have to get a classic knife. I mean, you don't even need a knife for this. I'm just doing it for the purpose of the video. But getting into the gloves, I don't own these. I used to own a pair of these, but I've changed them for fade gloves for personal reasons. But you can get Crimson Web Field Tested Specialist gloves. These are going to cost you around $270, and they make a fantastic combo with any red knife. So that is the knife and gloves done already. I just thought I'd show some other knives as well. So as you can see, we've got a butterfly Autotronic here in factory new. I'm not going to go over the prices of these, but it's just to show that other knives do work really well with this combo and the inventory altogether. We've also got a Karambit Slaughter. So this is another one that's extremely good. It looks amazing. You know, the Karambit needs no introduction. We've got a Talon Ruby. Ruby again looks really good. I personally prefer Slaughter, and Slaughter will always be like way cheaper than Ruby. But I know a lot of you Ruby enjoyers out there won't want to feel left out, so I thought I'd include Ruby into the video as well. I just think in CS2 it's a little bit too orange for my liking, but it is still really nice and goes with any red loadout nonetheless. And last but certainly not least, we've got a Crimson Web. So again, any knife works. It just depends on the skin you're getting. Now with Crimson Web specifically, just get a really low float because they tend to get beaten up on specific knives. I mean, this is actually the #1 lowest float Bayo Crimson Web in the game, and you can still see scratches on it, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, let's get into the rest of the skins. So starting off with the USP, we have my own personal choice, which is the USPS Traitor. This is going to set you around $10 in Well Worn. Well Worn and Battle Scarred are extremely close in price, so just get Well Worn because it looks slightly better. Now, this is the type of skin where it gets darker with the wear, so you don't have to worry about scratches or anything like that, which is super awesome. I was going to include the kill confirmed on this list, but I actually think this looks nicer, so that's why I'm not going to bother including it. Sorry, kill confirmed lovers, you're not getting the love in this video. But yeah, so that is the more expensive option for the USP. But now we get into the cheap option. And so the cheap option, we have, of course, the check engine. In factory new, this is going to cost you about $1. It's fantastic. It looks really good in CS2. The red really pops. It's just a fantastic budget option for the USP. So for the P250, we have my own personal one. This is factory new Nevermore. This is going to cost you around $1.50. Now, I'm not going to choose any other P250 just for the sake of that. I think this is one of the best ones you can get for the price, so there's not really any need to put anything else. It's slap bang in the middle of looking amazing and being cheap, so that's all we're going to have for the P250. There are plenty of other options. You can do your market research, but this is the one I'm going to be using for this video. And for the Glock, we have the Water Elemental. This is actually my buddy's Glock, so shout out to One Bun John. This is your Glock. But yeah, so for field tested, this is going to cost you around $5. Again, it's super red. It's got that nice little blue sprite on it as well. Looks really good with stickers, as you can see here. So yeah, that's $5. And for the cheap option, we have the Candy Apple, which I actually think looks a little bit better personally. This is factory new and going to cost you only $1. It looks super clean. Just a side note before we get into more skins, the Candy Apple is going to make several appearances. Just brace yourself for that. For the Tech 9, we have the Re-Entry. Now, I know this isn't like incredibly red. There are better options like the Isaac, for example. But I just really like it. I love the shiny flames that are on the end of it. It almost looks like a blaze. And for that, I just thought I'd choose it. This is going to cost you around $2 in factory new. So, yeah, again, super nice skin. For the 5.7, we've got the Urban Hazard in factory new. So it's going to cost you $2. There are other choices you can choose as well, but I think this one is most appropriate. Getting on to another one of my personal skins, we've got the Desert Eagle Crimson Web. You can do plenty of cool crafts with it, like I have with mine. In field tested, this is going to cost you around $14. Try and get as low float as possible because Crimson Web doesn't wear very well. But this is the one that I decided to go with. There is one other fantastic choice for the Deagle though, and that's going to be the Code Red. In field tested, this thing just looks amazing, and similarly to Autotronic, this just gets darker with wear, so you can pick up a battle scarred one as well and it still look fine. But field tested is going to cost you only around $20. I mean, look at this thing, it looks super cool. And for those of you psychopaths like myself who use the R8, we've got the Crimson Web. Now there are other choices that you can have for guns, but I'm just going to go with a simple loadout, so that's all we're going to do with the pistols. This is going to cost you 40 cents in minimal wear, so it's very cheap. But getting on to the SMGs, for our cheap SMG for T side, we have the Mac 10 Candy Apple. This is going to cost you 20 cents in factory new, so extremely cheap, which is very nice. We've got the Crimson Foil UMP, which is going to cost you around about $5 in minimal wear. I mean, again, this is sort of like an Autotronic. It looks super nice. For the MP9, we've got the Ruby Poison Dart. This is going to cost you around $1.50 to $2, depending on where you get it from. Again, plenty of nice red in the skin. Make sure you get it in a low float because it scratches badly, but it's super shiny, super nice. For the MP7, we've got the Bloodsport. Now, this one's in field tested, and honestly, it does look pretty beat up, so maybe get it in minimal wear, but you're looking at around $2 for minimal wear, to be honest, so it does still look really nice. For the PP Bison, we've got the Candy Apple. Again, a super clean, super nice skin. Can't really go wrong with it. For the Nova, we've also got the Candy Apple. Again, super nice, super clean, very red. And for the XM, this is my own personal one. We've got the Seasons. And you can get this one in around $1.62 in minimal wear, which is still very nice. For the AK, we're going to go with the Red Line. Now, you can't really go wrong with a Red Line. It's sleek, it's black, it's got plenty of red like little accents and lines on it. Try and get it in a good float and you get more of that red that comes out, so that's good for our budget option. This is going to cost you around $27 in field tested, so not cheap but also not too bad as well. I mean, it is an AK skin. For our expensive choice, we've got the Bloodsport. Now wow, look at this, it's so shiny, it pops, really nice skin. Field tested is going to cost you about $160, so it is not cheap at all, but it does look super good. So don't blame me if you fork out the extra cash to pick up one of these. For the M4A1S, we've gone with the Night Terror. There's plenty of red on this. I think it goes with the theme very well. Minimal wear, you're going to look at around 70 cents. You can get Battle Scarred as well, which improves, it becomes like very pink, which could blend in quite well with the red inventory as well, but I just went with the lower float just because it's cheaper. And for the more expensive option, we've got the Cyrex. Again, this is another one of my own personal skins, and I just think it goes really, really well with the inventory. And field tested, this is going to cost you somewhere in the region of $25. For the M4A4, we've got the Converter, a super nice clean skin. In factory new, it's going to cost you only $1. And we've got the Evil Diamo for a slightly more expensive skin. In minimal wear, this is only going to cost you $3 though, so again, super nice. For the AWP, I'm only going to go with one choice, and that's the Wildfire, purely because I think it looks the best. Now, I know there are other choices, but they're still pretty expensive, so I just think it's worth spending a little bit more and grabbing up one of these. In field tested, it's going to come at around $51. The Galil, I'm going to go with the Connection. This is going to cost you around 80 cents in minimal wear. For the FAMAS, we've got the Roll Cage. This one's super nice. Again, another one I own. In field tested, it's going to cost you about $3. For the SG, we've got two options. We've got the Intergale, which I think is a little bit more money. This is one that I own. This is going to cost you around $8 in field tested, but there's plenty of red on it. I mean, look at it. It looks like a racing car. Super cool. And for our more budget option, we've got the Darkwing, which still looks really good. I think it's pattern based, so I think you can get one with more red on it. Correct me if I'm wrong though. In minimal wear, this is going to cost you about $1. And last but not least, for the Scout, we've gone with the Redstone in minimal wear. There's not a great deal of choice that you have in the Scout. I suppose you could say the Dragonfire as well, but that's got a lot less red on it. This is just an outright red skin. in minimal wear, this is quite expensive for a grey. It's $6.50 because it's trade up fodder for, I think, the Gungnir. So, yeah, extremely expensive grey, but, I mean, it does fit the theme quite well. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude the video. We've gone over pretty much every skin within a loadout that you can use. We haven't gone over every type of weapon in the game. I just think that would take too long, and there's a lot of unnecessary choices that we'd have as well, because you can only fit a loadout in the game. But yeah, let me know if you agreed with it. Let me know if you thought there was too much that I missed out, or things that you didn't quite agree with. If you have suggestions as well, leave them in the comments down below. Maybe someone might see your comment and buy the skin that you've suggested. And if you've got any video suggestions, don't feel scared to reach out. I listen to all of your comments and read them as well. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been helpful. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.